more postseason receiving yards than anyone else ever. That's Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
And he just decided to come back to the Chiefs for a 13th season.
Big decision for him.
What do you think he's thinking? What makes a player like that decide to hang on for another year?
Well, you have to think about his legacy. He could go down as one of the best tight ends in NFL history.
Yeah.
But he also has to think about if he can still play at a high level.
Oh, yeah, for sure. If you're enjoying this deep dive so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give the video a like. Really helps us out.
Definitely.
So Kelce's career, remarkable is an understatement. I mean, over 1,000 receptions, 12,000 receiving yards, 77 touchdowns. Crazy numbers.
Yeah, and his postseason performance really sets him apart. 178 receptions, second in receiving yards, 20 touchdowns. That's consistency, especially on the biggest stage.
Last season, he even passed Jerry Rice for the most 100-yard receiving games in postseason history.
Yeah, that's insane.
But his stats this past season were his lowest since his rookie year.
True. Still good for most tight ends, but yeah, not his usual numbers.
And his yards per reception dipped, too. That's usually a sign of receivers slowing down.
Could be a lot of things, though. Maybe defenses are keying in on him more, forcing him to make shorter catches. Or it could just be, age catching up a bit.
Yeah, true. His postseason performance wasn't as explosive as we're used to seeing either. He had that huge game against the Texans in the divisional round, but his yardage in the AFC Championship and the Super Bowl were way lower than usual.
Right, and you have to wonder if that played a part in all those retirement rumors, especially after that Super Bowl loss.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that might be it for him.
So why'd he decide to come back then?
Well, he said he wants to help the Chiefs get back to the Super Bowl. They want to win it all again, especially after that loss to the Eagles.
Yeah, makes sense. He's a competitor. I can't see him wanting to go out on a loss like that, especially in the Super Bowl.
He also said he really took his time with the decision. Seems like he really did consider retiring. Tough choice. Weighing everything, at this point in his career.
It shows he's really thinking about it all. Wants to make the right choice for himself and for the team. He's not just playing to play. He's playing with a purpose.
For sure. And, his return is huge for the Chiefs. I mean, they want to make another championship run.
Absolutely. He's a key part of their offense. The connection he has with Mahomes is one of the best in the league, and he's a leader on that team.
And they've got players coming back from injury. Rashee Rice, Isaiah Pacheco. That offense could be really explosive.
But they've got challenges too, right? It's a tough league. Free agency, the draft, a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, the AFC is a beast. Every game is a battle.
The Bills, the Bengals, those teams are coming for them. They're not just going to hand the Chiefs a championship. They're going to have to earn it. And, you have to wonder, is this it for Kelce? Is this his last dance?
It's going to be on his mind, right? He's 35. He's played a long time.
He's defied father time so far. But eventually, it catches up to everyone. The physical demands of this game are intense.
He's already a Super Bowl champ, multiple-time Pro Bowler, one of the best tight ends ever.
Yeah.
At what point do you say, I've done enough, time for something new?
It all comes down to his health. Can his body handle another season?
And how the Chiefs do.
Yeah.
If they have a good year, make a playoff run, maybe that makes him want to come back for another show.
But if they struggle, if it looks like their window is closing,
maybe he decides it's time to focus on something else. Family, business, maybe even broadcasting.
He's got options, that's for sure. And it's interesting. He holds the record for most postseason receptions, but he's second in both receiving yards and touchdowns in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He's been super consistent in the postseason, but he hasn't had, those crazy dominant performances that some other guys have had.
So maybe this is the year he goes after those records, cements his legacy even more.
Could be. He's still playing at a high level, and with the Chiefs, they're always a threat in the playoffs. He's got the opportunity.
And he's still got Mahomes throwing to him.
But that connection is special. Mahomes trusts him. Kelce knows how to get open. They make each other better.
It's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic evolves this season.
Yeah.
Especially if Kelce starts to slow down even a little bit.
Yeah. Andy Reid and the coaching staff are going to have to be creative. Figure out how to get the most out of Kelce.
Even if they do, it's hard to replace a guy like him.
No doubt. He's been the heart of that offense for years.
Before we go any further, if you're enjoying this analysis, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give the video a like. Helps us out a lot.
Appreciate it.
So, the Chiefs, they've got some big decisions to make this offseason. Free agency, the draft, lots of moving parts.
Yeah, they've got players hitting free agency. It's going to be tough to keep everyone.
The salary cap's always a factor.
And the draft. It's a chance to get some young talent.
But it's always a risk, right? You never know how these guys are going to turn out.
The Chiefs front office is going to have to be smart. They need to think about the present and the future.
Kelce coming back makes things even more interesting. The pressure is on to win now.
It's a new era for the Chiefs, but the expectations are still the same.
They still have Mahomes, best quarterback in the league, and Andy Reid, future Hall of Famer.
That's a great foundation. Mahomes can do things no other quarterback can do. And Reid is always coming up with new ways to attack defenses.
And they've got Travis Kelce, maybe maybe for one last ride. I bet they're hungry to win another championship.
It definitely adds a layer of excitement. Will this be like a victory lap for Kelce, or will we see him, finally start to slow down?
I think a lot of people are going to be watching to see what happens. It's going to be a big story this season.
And the NFL is always exciting. Every week is a new challenge.
Speaking of challenges, the Chiefs have something to prove this year.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying their dynasty is over.
They've got new players. Some veterans are gone. It's a new look for them.
This is a big moment for the franchise. Can they stay at the top, or is this the year they fall back?
Only time will tell, but it's definitely going to be interesting to watch.
Before we wrap up, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up.
Yeah, we appreciate your support.
So just to recap, Travis Kelce coming back for another season, that changes things for him, for the Chiefs, for the whole league.
We talked about why he decided to return, the challenges they're facing, and what might happen.
Now it's all up to Kelce and the Chiefs.
It's going to be fun to watch it all unfold.
Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.